Hola clase, espero que estén bien. I'm going to take a little bit of time just to quickly talk about the National Spanish Exam, which is run through the AATSP, the American Association of Teachers of Spanish and Portuguese. So I'm going to go ahead to their website, which is aatsp.org. And all of this information is available on their website, but I will hopefully compile it into a little bit of a more comprehensive review. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Programs and Activities and then National Spanish Exam, because that's where we're going to find all this information. Here's a little bit of background information, history on the national exams, which include the National Spanish Exam and other levels, as well as the National Portuguese Exam. But I'm going to click here on NSE, which is again the National Spanish Exam, and go to the overview. And so here there's all sorts of links and resources, but I'll walk you through all of these as well. So, what is the National Spanish Exam? It's really an opportunity for you to take part in a really awesome competition. And it is fully optional and has nothing to do with your class grade or your transcript. It's just an extracurricular competition. And you're going to take this online test after school if you would like, and you will be scored against other students in your level. So, we're taking level one Spanish, and so that would, you'd be with other students at a level one of Spanish. And based on your percentile, you could get awards. Um, you'll get a certificate of participation, and I'll also talk about how you might be eligible for scholarships later on in high school. Let's talk about what the NSE actually is. What is the National Spanish Exam? So there's two parts of this. The first one is the achievement portion, and the second one is the proficiency portion. So the first part is vocab and grammar. And so what that is, I'll show you some practice. You're going to maybe fill in a blank or do a multiple choice question and pick which vocab word makes the most sense. Or you'll fill in the blank in grammar and say, how do you conjugate this verb correctly? Now, how do you make this word plural? And is this masculine or feminine? And you'll do that. There's 15 vocab questions, 15 grammar questions. And again, it's all on the computer. The second portion, you have another 40 minutes, and this is reading and listening. So you'll have 15 questions in reading, 15 questions in listening. And I'll go through some more details. But all in all, it's 60 questions. You've got 80 minutes to do it, which is just over an hour. It's an hour and 20 minutes. And we'll take a look at that. Again, you're really saying, at a high level, do you understand? Can you work with your vocab and your grammar of the Spanish language? And let's take a look at what exactly is being tested. So the AATSP, the National Spanish Exam, they released this list, and I'll let you pause and take a look at this here. Again, this is public, so if you want to take screenshots or anything like that, you're more than welcome to, or you can find this website. Find this on the website. And here are the categories of vocabulary. And as we're going through this list, you'll see some of these we already know. For example, for leisure time, we already know our days of the week, our months of the year, our dates. We know our weather expressions. We know how to tell time. And we talk about sports and pastimes, right? We can describe other people. We can talk about our immediate family. And we can talk about things that have to do with school. And we've done math in class, all of these things that we've done. However, there are also some things that maybe you have not done. So, for example, things that we don't often do in class, but we'll be able to learn are basic professions, which are jobs or work expressions. We haven't yet learned clothing, parts of the body, which we will get to soon later in the year. We haven't done geography or the countries and things like that. So there are some things that you'll have to learn on your own and some things that you can review. Okay, so again, I'm going to leave this here if you'd like, and I'm going to go on to grammar as well. So for level one, there's a few different things. There's actually, this one is much harder to fit on my screen. So let me actually zoom in and I'll do this. So first up, we have nouns and articles. And again, there's only 15 questions, so you're not going to have a million of these. But for example, you'll need to know the gender of a noun that ends in O or A. So for example, perro, is that a masculine noun or a feminine noun? We'll talk about making things plural, the definite articles, which one's going to make sense? El, la, los, or las, and same thing with un, una, unos or unas. You'll need to know your numbers up to 100, as well as how to say first, second, third, primero, segundo, tercer. Um, you'll have to agree with gender um, gender agreement in adjectives. So, for example, the fast boy or the fast girl, el chico rápido, la chica rápida, right? Um, conjugating verbs, how to negate sentences, and a few other things. These are some things that we're going to study a little bit more on our own in these sessions. Some things are pretty advanced, like the personal which we may have seen in class here or there, like a mí me gusta or a mi amigo le gusta, but we'll be able to learn it as well. You also need to know, for example, subject pronouns, but a lot of these are things that we can get. Okay. And how are you going to learn all this? Well, the good thing is we do have extra help sessions provided, and all of the teachers who give this exam offer extra help sessions leading up to the exam. So that schedule is available for, or excuse me, will be available for you. But we have this awesome website called Linko. This is through the AATSP. The National Spanish Exam makes this essentially site full of resources for you. It's kind of like a mega Quizlet. And again, they have all of this here. You'll have practice available to you. And then, and I'll show you Linko in a, actually, let me show you Linko now. I'm jumping around and I'll go back. Um, so here is Linko, and this is essentially what it'll look like for you. This is from a previous year. You'll have all of these modules, and you can see how many things are in each. So if we're talking about, let's start with leisure time, right? So days of the week, months of the year, el tiempo, la hora, los pasatiempos. This looks like they're editing this in the past. Um, right? You can go in and you can learn. So let's say I've actually already started Dias de la Semana. I don't know if it's going to have saved. It says it's saved. Yeah, so you can see I've already reviewed, thanks. I've already reviewed these 4 words, and I'm ready to learn the last 3 in this set. So this is obviously a pretty simple set because I know my days of the week. This might not be one you focus on, but I can hit learn new terms, and you'll see lunes, Monday, right? And I can hear them say it. I'm not sure if you can hear it. And I'm gonna go through and oops, that's not correct. That's okay. Tuesday, you can see this dot here, right? This dot here. I have 1 dot. I'm going to click it again, and I'll have 2 dots now. So it's tracking my progress. Miércoles is Wednesday. I want to see where the red dot comes in. Here's another example. You'll have Tuesday. You have to listen. Martes is correct. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to try to do this really fast. Oh, I think this is the one I got wrong before. I should have looked better. Monday, right? Oh no, this is one I've we'll see, but we only have 1 dot here. Martes is Tuesday. It should have red dots, but lunes is correct. Wednesday is miércoles. Lunes is Monday. So I'm gonna try and go as fast as I can. And then at the very end, you'll see I have 4 dots. The last dot that I have is to spell it out in Spanish. I'm gonna go Marte. Boom. We got it. And now that won't come up until the future when I keep doing miércoles, Wednesday. That's correct. Look, I got 10 in a row. Good job. Miércoles, Wednesday, and now I have to type it in and to get, oh my goodness, to get that 5th dot. When I'm done, it will say, look, okay, this was the one I got wrong. I got 5 out of 5 here, 5 out of 5 here. Oh, 4 out of 5 here. I can go back and I can study, right? And so I can hit next, boom, and it'll tell me, all right, review this in a little bit. There are also matching games. So just like Quizlet, right? Wednesday is miércoles, Thursday, Thursday. I can match all of these. It's hard to do this while I'm speaking. And you can see the time. So loud. I'm sorry. 10.1 seconds, cool. And I could also do a speed review where you have 3 lives. And I'm going to Saturday is sábado. Tuesday, if I don't know, I'm trying to think. Oh no, time's running out. It's just a little bit of pressure. But if it times out, I lose a life. Oh darn. and it gives me the correct answer. So it's a really cool way, a really engaging way for us to be able to learn. And again, there's okay. There is all of these modules here for us to learn. And obviously, again, you shouldn't need the days of the week. But for example, World of Work, we haven't gone into the profession. So what I can do is I can go through, okay, secretary, doctor, teacher, waitress, clerk, athlete. I can learn these things as well. I can learn new terms, and it's all at your pace. You get to choose what you want to study. And grammar is also in here, so I can go into nouns and articles. So I can talk about the gender of nouns if I want to look at this. Okay, so here's what the practice is going to look like, and this is what the test is going to look like. I have to type in the correct form of the definite article, el, la, los, or las. So invierno, I would put el. Discos compactos, los. Right, and I can go all the way through. There's only 10, and it's only one set, but it's still a little bit of practice. Okay, and so let me jump back. On this test, there are also, excuse me, reading and listening comprehension. So you will have authentic materials. That could be a radio announcement, a magazine article, an advertisement, whatever it may be. They're real things. They've been, produced for native Spanish speakers. And at your level, at level 1, you have to identify main ideas and identify supporting ideas. Okay, but it's all going to come straight from there, and that's in reading and listening. Okay, so you'll be given some context in English. For example, you hear this announcement on the radio or this advertisement on the radio. Okay, now you know it's an advertisement. Now you're going to listen. You're going to hear the authentic passage, and then you get one question. All right, and 4 answer choices. So that is what the test looks like. Again, there's 15. This is level 1, and you'll have 15 vocab questions, 15 grammar questions, all in 40 minutes, and then 15 reading questions, 15 listening questions in 40 minutes. And we do have practice exams. You'll be able to do a few, I forget how many we'll have access to, but you'll have a few practice exams after you do the vocab, so you can learn, okay, vocab, grammar, reading, listening, you'll get into the habit of it. And finally, the big why of doing this is, one, it's a lot of fun. It's a big challenge. If you do this exam, you will really be set up for the future in terms of the FLAX exam, the checkpoint exam at the end of the year, and you'll really be ahead of the class. But it's also just fun to see how well you know your Spanish. Other great stuff, well, it doesn't apply to us now, is at the high school level. If you take this exam, basically, if you join the Spanish club or the Spanish Honor Society, where I'm the advisor, you'll be able to take this test again in your freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior years. And as a junior, you'll have access to scholarships. You can see here, like junior travel scholarships, and these are for 2023. So in the future, they might change. And there are also senior scholarships, which right now include, for example, a $1,000 scholarship for your post educational needs, whatever it may be. Obviously, there's an application process, and you have to score within the top 25% for that one, but you have that opportunity. And if you take this exam now in 8th grade, and then in 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, you're used to the patterns, you're studying, you know your vocab, you're building that base, and you'll be all set. If you do have any questions, please let me know. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. Parents, you can reach me at ilesnick, that's ILESNICK, at hhh.k12.ny.us, or you can message me on Canvas, and I will answer any questions that I can. But also, that flyer that I sent home should also have a bunch of responses for you, answers for you as well. If there is anything I can do, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm super excited to see all that we accomplish, and I'm looking forward to it. Adios.